another episode of Black Geek Energy. If you're watching this, because we do videos now
Bye.
on Spotify. So if you're watching this, then you will see Aaron up here, Aaron,
Hey.
and our other friend Fair down here. Welcome back to the podcast, Fair and Aaron. How are y'all doing?
Pretty well, no complaints.
That's good. That's
I'm doing
good.
good.
How's
I'm
life?
doing good.
How is life with y'all? How was your previous week, guys?
Life is good. Week was good. It was busy. Work kicked my tail.
Mm.
That's just because I had a lot of deals I closed this week, and I'm gonna have another busy week next week. I was supposed to be on vacation next week, but I canceled it because I got too much shit to do at work.
What? You cancel your vacay
I
to
know. Who am
work
I?
more?
Yeah, I did take Thursday off though, because Thursday was my planned self-care day, so they wasn't getting that. But yeah, I gave all the other days back because I'm gonna have to do some work every day. So I was like, I ain't gonna do work on vacation. I'm definitely not doing that.
Okay.
I be like that too. If I got a vacation plan, but then I gotta work, I'm like, I'm not working on my vacation. Period.
Right.
Period. Mhm.
So guess I'm not going. But we were gonna go to New York and the trip itself got canceled. So then I was like, all right, well, might as well work.
Mhm.
And Aaron, how was your previous week, man?
It was busy, extremely busy. But yeah, I made it through. That's the point. It's the weekend and that week is over.
Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes. That week is over. All right, so we just played Dungeons and Dragons again. Um, we went to this town of cultists, kind of. Um, just trying to figure out for 2 hours what was going on. So let's go ahead and start at the beginning with
Mhm.
this. So we're on this pathway and we are attacked by a dragon. What happened, Demarcus? What? When you were thinking about this, why was it so like the dragon just seemed inconsolable? Like, could we have talked to the dragon at this point of the game?
Y'all know I don't like to give too many peeks behind the curtain, but
I mean,
I,
I
I
mean, this is
think I
supposed to be
wanted.
fair at the end. She's supposed to
Hold
be
on
in
now.
her
I'm
own
trying to talk.
game.
Let me answer you. You asked me a question.
So answer.
I am.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, but like I think what I want, I just wanted to use a chase mechanic. I don't think we had seen that in our campaign yet, and I wanted to have some sort of like chase encounter.
Mm.
So that was the reason it was that way in the beginning. And I know y'all gonna always try to like do something extra. So I had to sort of railroad y'all in the beginning so that y'all couldn't like try to talk to it, y'all couldn't try to fight it, y'all had to just run from it.
Okay. Because I was trying to talk to it. Because I had just said right before we should ally ourselves with the metallic. And I didn't know what was going to happen. I
Mm.
promise you I didn't know.
We
And
had talked
then
about it. You knew some
I
tidbits.
didn't know that a metallic dragon was going to attack us. Did I know that? I mean, we talked about it on a previous Patreon episode, but did I know that a metallic dragon was going to attack us first thing?
No, you did.
Okay, so
You geared us up for it though.
it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unintentionally. So I just said metallic dragons are lawful. They're fun. They usually try to help and protect. And then here comes this metallic dragon swooping down from wherever to kill us. I was like, oh my god, I'm
Yeah,
a
you
big
was
fat
not having
liar.
it.
But yeah. The metallic dragon got us. One thing that was really weird that I thought the metallic dragon does was you said that he swiped the cart that we were in, and
Mm-hmm.
then we all had to take damage. What was that all about? He swiped the cart and
I
then
wanted I
me
wanted that
taking damage.
I wanted there to be like real consequences for not passing those checks. Because I think when I originally was like getting it together, it was just like, oh, if they don't make it, then Like they just don't do it. And or at one point it was like, oh, they fall out the cart, and I was like, no, I don't want them to fall out the cart because now they're gonna be trying to fight, or they're gonna have to like run on foot, and that's gonna take too long.
Let the record reflect they weren't just like a couple of points of damage. We were going down by the tens. It was like 10 damage, 15 damage. All right. Then at one point, somebody was like, yeah, 34 damage. And I was like, wait. But that was them updating their own character sheet. It's like, yo, we are going to be dead.
I mean, but it was a full grown dragon. And so y'all needed to feel what it was like because y'all fought the little baby dragon, and I didn't want us to get too comfortable or to get too like excited about that. Like, oh yeah, like we beat a baby dragon, like we can take a big one. It's like, no, it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
So yeah, so somehow we made it to the town that we're in, and you know, DeMarcus, what is it with you and these towns with these strange people?
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that when we started playing. I was like, damn. I was like, this is the second time I don't put them in a town and like shit's happening. Because the first time was Leiden, and I think I don't think it's me. I don't think it's only me because every time y'all go somewhere, y'all be asking a lot of questions, and it's like
we're supposed to.
I know y'all. It be Aaron. It be Aaron every fucking time. He want to ask all the questions, all damn interviewing, then got the audacity to call people out. I'd be like, Aaron, I'm bored. I'm not interested in this.
But am I usually wrong? Am I ever wrong?
I mean,
you're not, but it just takes forever.
It be Aaron and Jared. What really be getting y'all, and I don't know what it is, like whenever I run a game, is y'all fail all of y'all investigation checks.
No, that was Aaron.
Yeah,
that was Aaron.
The dice are not my friend.
Okay. Here,
y'all are a party. I'm blaming the group.
Here's the thing. You really blame Aaron this time, because last time it was blame Aaron. The time before they was blame Aaron, but we were kind of joking, but kind of okay. But then this time it's really blame Aaron, because all those questions could have been answered because Aaron has charm person on deck. He could have charmed them at the beginning. So we are 3 hours in. I say, hold up. I know I just said Aaron has this new ability. So I looked it up and I said, wait a minute. Aaron has panache. And with panache, you can instantly charm somebody with a simple check. Like, we're rolling all this foolish stuff. Aaron could just roll this check that he has a plus 10 on. He got a plus 10 on this check. And we could be rolling that like every single time, and we don't have to go through none of this.
But you know what? We said it started bad. It started really good because in the chase part, like y'all were passing some of those checks.
No, that was
y'all passed about half of those. It was pretty good.
37 points, 37 hit points.
I mean, hey, and I didn't have like a bunch of fights in this one because I was like, if y'all do fight in this one, it's just going to be the dragon. And I wanted y'all to have all y'all resources. I didn't want y'all to be like burning through spells and healing potions. I wanted y'all to have all of it, but y'all didn't even do that. So,
but I was just about to say we didn't even fight the damn dragon. We took that man out that fight.
Y'all chose to do more investigating, and everybody in the village is like, "Yo, go fight the dragon! Go fight the dragon!" And you're like, "No, we need more information."
Yeah, because like we were asking people what was going on, and then everybody was, because I was rolling insight checks. I was like, because in this town they had these wards, and these wards are just keeping out rats and roaches. But then the ward, because I was like, wait, why did that dragon just stop chasing us? Why is the dragon stop chasing us? The ward was holding off a dragon. I was like, okay, how is the dragon stop chasing us? And then they were like, oh, well, it's the ward. I'm like, what? How? So y'all
they were like, the ward,
somebody
like,
in here.
Everybody in the town told you the ward should not be able to hold off a dragon.
Yeah, yes. I'm
There's
like,
no
y'all have
reason.
somebody in here with magic, and I'm doing insight checks, and you were like,
Everybody is.
he's
Everybody is.
true, but everybody has seen more magic than they're letting on.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, those are two different questions. Don't conflate. Because everybody's telling you like these wards should not hold up against a dragon. You had asked like three different people, and everybody told you that should not happen. The dragon should be able to come in here whenever it feels like it. And you're like, I'm still on these wards. Like there's something going on here.
Yeah, something was going on. Something was going on
Not with the
because
wards though.
so then why couldn't the dragon come in?
It just didn't. It just didn't go in because it knew the dragon knew something was going on to where when dragons go in that town, it wasn't coming back out.
Well, nobody told me that until right now.
I
I
mean,
thought it was. Aaron, did you think it was awards?
No, I didn't
Oh,
really care at that point.
oh
The
my
words were, I thought it was interesting, but I wasn't too focused on those.
God. I was focused on the magic. I was only
you always
focused on the
focus on the
magic.
magic. Jared. Every game we play, you are like, "Ooh, let me detect some magic. Detect some magic." I'm like, "There's no magic here.
I really
Nothing is
detect.
magical."
I have 4 number 1 spell slots. At the end of this, I had 1 because I kept detecting magic in this game. Like something's going on with the
Something
magic.
is going to be magical, and I'm going to find it. I'm like,
Oh my goodness.
it's like y'all fixate. Aaron be fixating on these conversations that he done failed and can't get no information.
Right.
That he could have
Fixate.
passed because he has a
I know
on-call
better now.
charm
Aaron,
person.
I know
Aaron
better.
fixate on finding magical items that don't exist. And
But
then
did I not call that something that happens to that dragon's brother or friend or something?
and then
I called it off the top.
and then Farrah's just like, I'm not gonna invest in any conversations. So, you know.
He
I don't
said,
care.
call me when you kill
I don't
something.
care. We spend a whole session talking to the same man. I'm not saying nothing.
No, Fair did start leading the conversation because it was like, okay, she's tired of this now. That's when Fair
Because it
started
was
leading the
just
conversation.
dragging, and Aaron was not asking the questions I needed him to ask. And I'm like, why are we talking to these people the questions we want answers?
I
I
Yeah.
was
want to know
like, oh my
background. I want to
God.
know where they're from, when are they born, what their
Yeah. I'm like,
childhood was
no,
like.
I don't give a shit about that. Why is this dragon trying to come in here? What are y'all doing to piss this dragon off? This dragon ain't just you just told me this dragon don't never be over here. Why he over here then? What
Yeah.
y'all do to this dragon?
So yeah, we spent 3 hours
It was a good too.
trying to find out.
Because y'all spent the first like 30, 45 minutes in the chase sequence. Y'all spent
Okay.
the last
Well,
30
we spent
minutes.
2 hours and a half on this stupid dragon trying to figure out these wards and all that
We
stuff.
should have met Morgan sooner. I think that would have changed it.
Y'all were investigating for a long time.
No, we should have went into church sooner. I should have went to church when I was when I had detected magic and was walking around. I should have went into church because you were like, it won't penetrate through the stone or something.
Mhm.
And so I said, let me go in there. But then we went back into church after 2.5 hours. But after that time, we went back into church, and there's a secret room underneath the church stairs. And when you go down there, there is all of these items, and these items are possessed, or what's going on with these items?
The items had souls bound to them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So the items had souls bound to them. They are talking to us. They're cursed, but I mean they have some benevolent, qualities about them. So we take the items back to Morgan, who is the waitress at the diner.
She was just like a person in the village. She brought y'all dinner.
Okay, we take the items back to her, and we find out that one of the items, the soul is bound to one of the items, is her father. So after a tearful reunion, they reunite, but all of them are better. All of them are willing to come back with us. And by the way, Demarcus, I need the description of the items in my
Mhm.
email or in the thing or something. So
Mhm.
when I
Mhm.
plug them into the character sheet, they have them. But let me just say, does anybody else want my sword? Because I took this sword because it had the mage in it who could tell us how to free them all.
Mhm.
But I don't use that stuff. And I have, like, for me to use Firebolt is free. Was it Firebolt, Fireball, and what else?
Firebolt, fireball, and then it can make the sword like catch the sword itself catch fire and
Yeah.
deal fire damage.
So I'm probably gonna give that to Deron, cause so that he can have a good melee weapon on hand for when his gun jams in the middle of a fight. So
Yeah.
I'll probably
Hey,
give that to
sometimes shit
Deron.
happens, bro.
Yeah, I'll probably give that to Deron because I have access to all of those spells. But did y'all like y'all's new items?
I did. I did. I went right over to it when I saw it. I was
Yeah,
like,
My
yeah,
"Yep,
dagger for me.
yep."
yeah. But your
It was
item,
how we got the items for me. Because Jared, I don't know if it was because of how mean them people was being or what. But when Jared found out it was actually the townsfolk that was the problem, he was like, I'm going to wreak havoc.
Mm,
no,
mm.
okay, okay. That's a little bit later. That's later. But Aaron, your weapon seems actually overpowered. So can you or Demarcus, can you just describe Aaron's weapon to everybody? Because his
Sure.
weapon just seems very overpowered to me.
Let me pull up the description again. Um, so Aaron has the dagger of Vazris. Um, and that one has the soul of a green dragon bound to it, who was once a rival of Daedrin, and was trying to be the big boss dragon in the world at the time. Let me see. There we go. So his does 1d6 piercing damage, 2d6 poison damage, um, and it can use one charge to become invisible, and use two charges to cast Cloud Kill. Um, but
So,
as powerful, his is powerful for a reason, and that's because it has like a big drawback, which y'all started to see in the game, which is like Aaron's going to have to make like wisdom checks to make sure he stays in control and not Lazarus.
yeah.
Mm.
But it's still too powerful for a level 9 or 11 character. Cause for him, I mean, I love it, of course. Green dragons are the poison slash acid dragons of the world. They are incredibly evil,
Mm-hmm.
insanely evil and sneaky and rat like. But you can with this two, it gives off two attacks. One is a status effect. It has invincibility, which means
Mm-hmm. Poison
automatic.
damage, not poisoning. Poison damage.
Yeah, I said a status effect.
No, so poison damage is not a status effect. Being poisoned is a status effect. But you can just take poison damage and not be poisoned.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Just want to clarify.
cool.
So in using that, do I choose what damage I'm doing, or is that automatic?
No, it's
No, so it's
both.
just automatic.
So I hit him, I succeed, and then I can just wreak fucking havoc.
It's yeah. And
Nice.
then and
I
then you
might
could
I might nerf it a little bit,
no,
it is a
no.
lot of damage.
You already gave it to him.
I mean, yeah, but I don't want it to break the game.
Then you just make the game harder.
No, I mean my dice are,
Everybody else doesn't have this overpowered weapon, so
the dice isn't
I mean,
always
you
in my
don't know.
favor, you know.
Yeah, the dice is never in his favor. But
no
then
one
you
else
won't be
can do
reading the
anything.
stains.
No one else can do anything, and Aaron is killing all the enemies because we're not strong enough to deal with.
Well, Aaron's never killed an enemy before.
That's my.
He's killed the
It's
I
it's,
was like, I
it's
feel like I've
except
killed
for
one.
the first
One of the hags.
yeah. You killed a hag?
I think so.
He killed like 2 hags, didn't he? Or
I
did
punished the hell out of
I
one of
don't
them.
recall.
I don't recall
Exactly.
him killing. I recall him killing the rats.
Damn. I've killed more than just a rat.
Okay, well,
Mm.
I don't mind it. But that's the Marxist weapon. But you can automatically have sneak attack going up to somebody with invisibility, them not seeing you. Then you automatically have sneak attack because your swashbuckling thing, if it's a 1-on-1. Then you
Mhm.
automatically have sneak attack with your rogue thing if it's 2-on-1. Then you only have sneak attack if you hide. So you're automatically overpowered if the rolls are right. That's the only thing with you. You gotta
Hmm.
read your sheet and remember what's going on, and then the rolls gotta be right with you.
I
You
think
just, oh my god.
I think the way Aaron plays his character and the way we've seen him play, he's not a I'm gonna sneak up on you and stab you kind of guy.
But he
He's
doesn't have to be because he's a swashbuckler.
I mean to use this dagger, he does.
Mhm.
He doesn't.
Like even as
He
okay,
doesn't have to be
I hear
sneaking
what you're
on
saying. I hear
nobody.
what you're saying as swashbuckler. He's not an up close combat. Is my point.
Mm,
He
yeah.
is not walking up to anybody. That's why we haven't seen him use that swashbuckler ability. Because
Right, because I'm usually in the back in a tree somewhere with an
right, he's
arrow.
shooting. So, so maybe this dagger will like pull him to the front lines more often. Maybe not. We'll
True,
see.
but I'm also pretty squishy too. Like I don't have a lot of armor.
Mm-hmm.
But then you can always run away with your swashbuckling ability.
Yeah, if,
And then
fancy
it has
feet
this
work.
other thing where it has Cloud Kill, which is an incredibly powerful thing. Cloud Kill makes this huge cloud that deals a ton of damage to both enemies and allies alike, and then it moves with the wind every turn. So it's incredibly powerful. Um, so yeah, kudos to you. And I hope he doesn't nerf it, because if he nerfs it, that'll be crazy. But you just gotta use your stuff. Um, but Fair, you also got something. Demarcus, can you say some of
Mm-hmm.
the stuff that Fair got on hers?
There has the gauntlets of Arthas. These gauntlets had a juvenile gold dragon um, bound to them. So this dragon was still pretty young in the early stages of its life. Um, so it grants resistance to fire damage and allows you to cast a dragon's breath weapon, a juvenile dragon's breath weapon, twice per day, once per gauntlet.
So it didn't add anything to our defense.
Well, whatever the gauntlets are, what do
No, because I already had Hellish Rebuke, so I was already resistant to fire damage as a tiefling. But I did capture that it gave me the breath weapon, and so I could use the breath weapon one time per round, but only 2 times a day. And that was a ability I didn't have before.
I think it's just 2 times per day. The breath weapon.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we all got upgraded. I didn't get upgraded. I didn't need to because I already have all of my spells. So I'm gonna give my stuff to Duran. Let him cast Fireball, Firebolt, and what was the third thing?
Mm, it can
Oh yeah, ignite the sword. So yeah, he'll be a little bit more powerful when his gun jams. Um, so
yeah.
yeah, we.
Oh, sorry. I was still on Ferris. It does give you +1. Gauntlets give you +1 to
Mm,
your AC.
yeah. So make sure that you send that to me or put it in the chat
You
somewhere.
said +1 to my AC,
Your armor class. Yeah.
but then we established I was going to give that to somebody else because I'm already fire resistant.
Yeah. I mean, you can.
Who do
Okay.
you like? Who are you gonna give it to?
Who has the lowest AC?
But you're in the front. Like people are gonna hit you
Sometimes
all the time because you're right there.
move.
Okay. All right. I mean, you play D&D how you want to. But yeah, make sure you send that to me, DeMarcus.
Mhm.
So we found the weapons. We reunited him with
Someone posting stuff. I'm
his
sorry.
daughter, and
What you doing?
then we took the weapon that had the gold dragon back to the silver dragon so that they could be reunited. So then I was kind of lost here. What did, because I know I failed that check, but did the silver dragon say she was going to help us, or what did she, what
They
happened?
they they said that well the gist of it was that they will continue to fight against Daedrin, but they didn't fully trust y'all.
Uh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
so they didn't fully trust the party because y'all were, I don't know, today was like a day of failing checks for y'all. Y'all was
Yeah.
just like failing them left and right. I thought y'all was gonna fail the check that y'all had with more the social checks that y'all had with Morgan for her to like open up to you about what's going on in the city. And I was like, all right, we stuck now because I don't like y'all have closed every plot point. Y'all have closed every door that I had for y'all to figure out what's going on here.
So we have another fighter in the battle, but we don't have an ally, and that was what I was fighting for.
Yeah,
But
y'all don't have. I'm not gonna give y'all an adult dragon to constantly travel with y'all and fight with.
well, I didn't think he was gonna travel with us. I just thought that maybe he would be there with us in the final battle.
I mean, there may be a chance to like improve that relationship as time goes on.
Yeah, possibly.
I have to say he definitely should be there though because Daedrin is now also his enemy we've identified.
Yeah, yeah.
Write that in there.
Um, then it was winding down. All we had to do was collect our fee. I have not used any spells this whole, well, not use any spells that weren't level 1. This whole game, I was like, I need to use some of my new level 3 and level 4 spells. So what I did was, this bear had been helping us and talking out the side of her neck this whole time. I was like, I'm gonna
I
do.
thought the mayor had been like real nice to y'all the whole time.
No, she was lying, and she was putting the souls of people into these weapons. She's not a nice person. She's evil. So you know what
And
I
she was
did?
evasive.
She was very evasive,
Being
and
evasive doesn't mean you're mean.
being evasive does
Yeah,
mean
but
you're
if
mean.
somebody is there to help you, that's the part I didn't get about these town folk. Y'all not gonna go kill this dragon. So any
Exactly.
question that I ask, regardless of what you think my intention is, you need to answer it, damn it, because we're trying to save your life. Go
Exactly.
forward.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
So
everybody was like, no, I don't have to answer that. Okay, well, we also have to fight y'all dragon,
and then getting
actually.
an attitude
Yes,
with
y'all do
you.
because this is it. This is the job y'all got from the Slayer's take. It
Well, we
ain't like
didn't.
We
you gotta do
dragon,
the job.
but then we fight the dragon,
No, and we still won. So
and we still got 2,000 gold pieces.
so the way
I
we
mean,
got that 2,000 gold
who
pieces.
knows what kind of repercussions of y'all gonna have to face because y'all are like murdering people in cold blood.
Right. That's what I'm
Deserve
It
to
thinking
die.
wasn't
about.
murdering. Okay, can I tell them what happened? Y'all are going too fast.
Please.
Speak
So,
up.
I did not be quiet. So, we did not get to fight anything. I felt I needed to murder. She was being a ruthless, evading, horrible mayor. So, what I did was I flew up to her window. This is after midnight. I flew up to her window while she was asleep and I cast Guardian of Faith in her bedroom, which then hit her with her sword, hit him with his sword, and it automatically killed her. Um, and then somehow that woke up the whole town. Like, how is a
Wait,
sword inside of the thing gonna wake up the whole town? It doesn't make that much
What's
noise.
her scream? Because remember, she screamed before she died.
Oh, she did
no, you
scream.
said that you did the the Guardian of Faith, and then you threw open all the windows with your thaumaturgy.
I didn't say I threw up with all the windows. No, I
I heard
didn't.
you say that, Jay.
No, I said that after she was dead, I opened her window and then I flew in. I didn't say that. Why would I throw open all the windows?
That's what I thought you said.
No, no.
Okay.
So then she's dead, and then Deron, as the DM, says, "I don't think we should go on a killing spree." I wasn't gonna go on a killing spree.
That's what y'all had talked about before. You said we should kill everybody in this town.
No, we
Say
didn't.
that.
Yes, y'all
When did we
did.
say that?
In the,
Aaron, did we say that? I don't
I feel
recall.
like that was the goal. To murder
That wasn't the
the
goal. But
No.
when we didn't say that.
before after y'all had got the weapons underground, y'all was like, oh, it was like, all right, we got the weapons. Let's go back up here and kill all the cultists.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that
recall
because
that.
I distinctly remember I was trying to get the fuck on down.
Yeah, I don't remember that. But yeah, so I killed her because she was the leader and she deserved to die. And then I went in, we got 2,000 gold. Um D's errand so quickly convinced the town people to go back to sleep and not worry about what was happening in the mayor's house. And that was the end of the game. So what did y'all think about this edition of D&D?
I enjoyed it.
I think we already talked about the fact that I was bored out of my mind. I done cooked a meal. I done cleaned up. I had to mop something. I was like, "Oh, this is going on forever." But it was a quicker campaign. So whereas the last few games we've done more fighting, this one was more so like trying to figure out who the enemy really was, and we still are on this battle and this quest to fight Daedrin. So we didn't really solve that mystery either. We still ain't found that man again,
Yeah.
or that dragon rather.
Yeah.
But it was cool. I like how it ended.
Yeah, me too. I like how it ended too. What about you, Aaron?
Same. I enjoy. I always love a good story.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that this was very different because we didn't have that long, epic battle scene. Like it was totally a thinker. We were thinking the whole time, and sometimes in D&D, that's what they are. They're thinkers. But yeah, uh, I thought it was really fun. I thought it was interesting. DeMarcus, did you think that we were not going to fight anything?
The only fight I really had planned was the fight with the dragon. If y'all decided to go that route. Because y'all could have been like, oh, we figured out that they binding souls to weapons. Maybe if we kill the dragon, they'll bind his soul too, and we can take all of this. We'll get 4 instead of just 3, or 5 we'll get 5 soul things instead of just 4.
Why would we kill the other dragon? The other dragon, they didn't do nothing.
He was,
Now that would be cold-blooded murder.
He attacked y'all when y'all first came through. What you
He
mean?
was looking for something.
Y'all didn't know that at the time.
No, I mean dragons are, and I think that, and I really do think that I inadvertently metagamed you when I said that. When I said that, dragons, what metallic dragons are lawful, but
Yeah.
they may not be lawful to us. But
Right.
the color dragons are just plain old evil.
Yeah, you kind of.
But I didn't know.
I mean, and I tried to counter that a little bit, but I feel like once it was out there, and also you're one of the players of the game, so you're gonna play from your knowledge, from your experience.
Yeah, because I was like, we should get a giant to be
Like
our ally.
we should talk to some dragons and try to get them on our side. So yeah. And then I think a lot of times y'all have like ideas in y'all heads like, oh, we want to do this. And I'm like, that's not gonna be possible. But y'all will like fixate on it. And y'all like, we're gonna keep trying to make this happen. I'm just like, well, we're gonna spend an hour on y'all trying to make this happen.
Yeah. But that was really fun, how you did that. Like it's almost like we were working together, but we really weren't. I had some hints of what he said, but I did not know what he was talking about. Because I asked him on the last Patreon. But yeah, you guys. So now I just wanted take a little pause right here and go into this week's Put You On segment.
Mm.
And Marcus, can you pretty please tell them a little bit about the sponsors of this week's Put Me On and every week's Put Me On, Movie Pass?
Sure. As they always are, week after week, MoviePass is a subscription-based service that is here to make movie going more accessible and more affordable. If anybody's been to the movies lately, they know movies now are costing. I think I went to the movies like last week. Each ticket was like 19.10 or 19.16 or something like that. Like each ticket was $20 a pop. But with MoviePass, you pay a monthly fee. You're able to go see as many movies as you have points. So whether you're buying the lowest tier and you get, I think, some like 25 points or something like that, or you're buying the highest tier where you can just go see unlimited movies day after day, and bring a friend. It's really up to you.
No, Movie Pass. All right, guys. So I am going to pass the Movie Pass to our guests. Aaron, we'll start with you. Is there anything that you've done in media, podcasts, reading, um, movies, or TV that you want to put our listeners onto?
Recently I started watching Better Call Saul.
Oh wow!
That has always been high. That's one been on my list for a while, and I've started it and kept falling off. But I found some little extra time, and I've decided to commit to it.
So how is it in regards to Breaking Bad? Because I started, but I fell off as well. I got if I go back to it, then I gotta rewatch the whole thing again.
Did you watch Breaking Bad? You already
Yeah, I
I
did.
watched
did,
Breaking Bad
yeah. I did watch all of Breaking Bad.
because that was starts before Breaking Bad and then it ends after Breaking Bad, right?
Right. Yep. So I'm still at the beginning, still in the first season. But it's interesting seeing some of the characters that show up, like Taco or Nacho and Tuco. That's about where I am. So that's like the second episode or so. Um, they've shown up. I'm like, okay, cool. I remember these faces from Breaking Bad. It's like just nice learning how he gets introduced to these characters and his background story and what made him the person that he was. Because he didn't start off as a bad guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He
Um,
just a little shisty, but he wanted the best for people.
nice, nice. Yeah, I think I got to go back to Breaking Bad as well. Fair. Do you have anything in all of media that you want to put our listeners onto?
I'm so glad you said in all of media because I was like, I have not been watching anything geek related recently
It doesn't have to be
that is
geek related.
new,
It could be anything.
but I have been watching this new show that's on Stars called Three Women.
Hmm.
It is so
Oh,
good.
with who's that girl from
I don't know the girl's
Shameless?
name, but Blair Underwood is in it.
Yeah.
Yep. And so it's about three different women and it's their storyline. So one lady is married, but very disinterested with her husband. So she ends up trying to leave him. Then another girl, she's trying to write the story because she's a failing author. And this other girl,
Mm-hmm.
she's a what they call those people that like to have a lot of sex?
Uh,
Klepto. Nympho.
Nympho. Yep. She's a nympho, but she's married. And then there was another girl. Oh, it was another girl that fell in love with her high school teacher, and he's denying it. But basically, it was like
Mm.
statutory rape, and she's now like
Mm.
old enough, and she's willing to tell her story. So
Mm.
it's actually very good content, like very good storylines. Nothing that you see is something that's gonna like gross you out. Because
hmm.
I can't watch like certain type of content. So like if somebody's getting raped in the scene, I can't watch that. If
Mm.
somebody's
What?
getting, completely pummeled, in a domestic violence situation, I can't watch stuff like that. So it's not any of that. It's just you're following their stories and how they're kind of dealing with their stories. And
Okay.
then what I have been doing in the geek world is I have been going back through the MCU. And so I am now in Shang-Chi. and the Lord of the Rings. And so I've been watching it in timeline order. And on Disney Plus, I promise you they're putting like some more scenes in there that I don't recognize. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
this is really nice. So it's been really cool rewatching all those movies. And I just watch those every so often.
Nice, nice. So are you just going back through the movies, or are you also doing the TV shows?
So I was going through the movie timeline, and then I realized that through the movie timeline, there's also shows. So I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
finish the movie timeline because I didn't realize it until I was like scrolling and I passed movie timeline, and it was like another timeline, but it was the one that included the movies. I don't know how it's titled. I can't remember how it's titled in Disney Plus. But I said I'm gonna finish it in movie timeline order, and then I'm gonna go back. And if for some reason I can't remember the movie before the show, I'll just watch that particular movie and take me into the show.
I mean, just Google it. It got the complete everything movie, TV. So just
You
Google
know
it.
what I'm saying? They have it on Disney.
Oh,
That's how I knew that it was that was a thing. I didn't realize that that was a thing. Even though I've seen most of the shows, there's
mm-hmm.
some like where they break down Agent Coulson's role, where there's some more like shorts with him in it where he
Mm-hmm.
they actually trying to portray him as like a badass. Pretty cool. But they have that on Disney. I just didn't know.
Mm.
I saw movie timeline, I was like, ooh, yay. Not realizing that there was other chronological things available on the platform.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Did you see Agatha all along?
Yes, I did. And I didn't like how it ended. I hated how it ended.
Mm. Why you didn't like how it ended?
Yeah.
Because I expected them to really like uncover something, and I don't feel
Mm.
like they did. Like, yeah, we learned. Well, have y'all seen it?
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil if
Mm.
I
everybody
mean, you
hasn't
can
seen it.
spoil this bit. Oh, you haven't seen it, Aaron.
You haven't seen it,
Um,
anyone?
no.
Okay, close your ears.
That's fine. Yeah.
I did not like the fact that they uncovered that that was Wanda's son and that like his brother is missing. But with Agatha, she really wasn't a good person. And I really didn't understand all that led up to them going down the witch's road. And then at the end, they said that the witch's road wasn't real, that he made it real. And I was like, this is too much. It's I
I
just
thought that was a clever twist that the witch's world wasn't real, because in the comic books it is real. So I was like, okay, the
mm-hmm.
witch's world is real,
Yeah.
but in the TV show it was just made up. Like I think it was a clever twist on that, and it showed the magnitude of his powers. So I thought it was a clever twist, and then Agatha being a ghost at the end was also a
Mm-hmm.
clever twist because she was a ghost for a long time in the comic books, and it also means that she won't be um, the nanny for the Fantastic Four kids. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, I thought it was a very clever twist as a comic book reader. So, yeah,
I didn't like it because like all the people died, but then they said it wasn't real and he made it real. And I'm like, this is just because I don't like a bunch of like stories that don't make sense. That
it did
the
make
plot did not
sense.
it didn't make sense to me. I couldn't get
Mm,
it.
mm. Okay, okay. The Marcus, do you have anything?
Yeah, I went and saw Captain America.
Vice the
Brave New World.
President. Okay.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
was it?
It's good. It's good. Like the reviews,
Mm-hmm.
like the critical reviews especially are like really downplaying this movie. It is
The
so
white people reviews. Black people don't think that.
yeah, like the even if you look at like audience reviews, it's so much better than what you gonna see from like critics and white people. And white people don't like it
Mm-hmm.
just because Captain America's black.
Yeah. Yeah. Every white person that reviews that movie has said, "Oh, it's not good. 4 out of 10." But every black person is like, "This is the next Black Panther." It is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It is so good. Like my mother
Next
was watching it.
Panther, it's really good.
It's really 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 good. Um, but yeah. Demarcus, how did you like how they set up everything? Because I felt this was a good transition movie to the rest of the MCU.
So let me see. They got Bucky becoming like a congressman. They got the Latin dude becoming Falcon now. Mm, I like how I like that they now have the Red Hulk. What is the guy's name? Because he's also a Hulk technically the smart guy, the villain. Like, which Hulk is he?
The leader.
The leader. Okay, because I was thinking like he's the manipulator, something like that. But okay,
The
he's
leader.
the leader. Um, but yeah, I like how they got it set up. Like, I feel like we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna. They've set up a nice base for like Planet Hulk. We got quite a few Hulks now. Mm, so
I know it was really nice how they set up the new Avengers, which is coming,
mm,
or at least the forming of them, and they set up the incursions, which is
yeah,
about to be that's what the next Avengers movie is going to be about, and
really
how the next two Avengers movies with Doom,
okay. Yeah,
and it's also going to be how the X-Men come into the Marvel universe. So
yeah. But they've been like teasing the incursions here and there.
yeah.
Like when Leader was, I did like that they said that when Leader was talking about something like, let's see how you do when you have to like fight the others or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it really, I guess, without it kind of made it seem like he was talking about Kane, and I was like, but they already scrapped that storyline. So what's he talking about?
No. And even in Loki, they tease incursions. In Deadpool and Wolverine, they tease incursions. So they've been teasing incursions for a long time, but I think that they really
At the end of
solidified
Marvel shit.
that's what the next Avengers is going to be about. All
Yeah.
right, guys, so let's level up. Aaron, are you ready?
Are you gonna add your spells to your character sheet?
I
Yeah,
will
we'll do
regret
that
that.
together, Aaron.
I don't know why I didn't do that before.
All right, Aaron. I need you to roll me. What do you roll me? 2d8 plus. What's your constitution? Plus 2 constitution modifiers.
That sucks.
What is it?
It's a 9 plus 2, so 11.
9 plus 2. Okay, let me open up these. What's your constitution? It's 2? So it's 4. So add another 2, so it is
13.
13. So 74, 76 now. Okay. All right. Now let's see what you get at level 10. At level 10, you get ability score improvement. So what you want to do? You want to do an ability score improvement or a new um a new feat.
Let's do a improvement.
Okay. If you raise dexterity, which is 17, your AC will go up.
Yeah, let's do that.
And you can also do that to strength to make it a 1. Oh, because you get 2.
Yeah, let's do it to strength as well then.
Okay. All right. So you got that. And let's see what else. Reliable talent. Your new skill that you gotta learn. By 11th level, you have refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a D20 roll of 9 or lower as 10. So you always roll a 10, basically.
And what's it
With
called?
any
Reliable talent?
with any ability check, so if somebody says like roll me a stealth, and you make a 1, you already made a 10.
Got it.
Yeah. So that is you. Now, do you know what um druid spell you want? That's a cantrip.
Now we discussed it last time. I don't remember what I picked. So I'm gonna have to go back and re-listen.
All right, because this what happened last time. We said you were gonna do it at the end, and you didn't bring
No,
it up.
we did. We did. We picked it at the end. I just don't remember what we picked.
Okay. Well, let me add the ones that you do have to your sheet. Let me see spells, and let me see what's this. So you have pass without a trace. I know you got that. Okay. You also have long strider. I know you got that. Okay. All right. Okay. And then all you need now is your druid cantrip. And then
Uh,
that will be done. Oh, unless uh DeMarcus has those skills. I mean not
Uh,
those skills, but the weapon.
weapons, I'll send those one for you.
Okay. All right, so now let us go to well, let me see if I can have that feature. All right. Now let's go to Fair. Hey Fair.
Hey, 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 hey.
So roll me what is it? 1d10 plus your constitution, which is no, I take that back. Roll me 2d10 plus your constitution, which is you're loading, you're loading, you're loading.
14 or 2.
It would be 4 if it's 2. Plus 4 plus you also have something else because you
Yeah,
have
tough speed, right?
in yeah, tough. So do gain. Okay, so I just add 2 points. So you'll get an extra 4. So 2d10 plus 4.
Okay, so remind me, I hit the D10 and I hit the 2 that's next to it.
Yes.
Okay, 13 plus 4, so 17.
17 plus 4 is 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And that's to my hit points, right?
Yes.
And does she get
So,
4 more because of tough, or just or no?
huh?
Does she get 4 more hit points because of tough?
Yeah. So now she was at 78 and now she's at 90. I don't know. What's 78 plus 21?
78 plus what?
21.
99.
99.
Okay. That's kind of crazy. At level 11.
Pretty hefty.
I like it.
What else do you get to get at level 10? Martial art type feature. Okay, let me click on that. You are a Psi warrior. And at level 10, you get something called guarded mind. Starting at level 10, the psychic energy flowing through you has bolstered your mind. You have resisted to psychic damage. Moreover, if you start your turn charmed or frightened, you're going to spend a psychic energy die. In every effect on you, and in every effect on you, subjecting you to those conditions. So you have resistance to fire, and you have resistance to psychic now
I like it.
at level 10. Okay. And if you are ever charmed or frightened, then you can just take one of your die, throw it away, and um, get that condition dispelled automatically, which is
Okay.
kind of cool. Okay.
Isn't she going to level 11?
Yeah, she went to level 11. Oh, yeah, you got another thing. Let's see. Fighter. So at level 11, you get extra attack times 2. Wow.
So now when you take the attack action, you can attack 3 times. Uh,
Yeah.
if you add in your bonus action, that's you can have up to 4 attacks.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Maybe I am
Wow.
going to the front.
Yeah.
I'm a most
Exactly.
lethal warrior.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
better respect me, Aaron.
Cause all you gonna do is be hitting them. All right. Um, Demarcus, do you know what you are going to do?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going also going to level 11, very similar to Fair. I get uh, a feature for my subclass at 10th level, and that is rapid repair. So at 10th level, you learn to quickly attempt to fix a jammed gun. You can spend a grit point to attempt to repair a misfired but not broken firearm as a bonus action, as opposed to spending an entire action doing it. And I also get another attack.
And what are your hit points?
I rolled a 6 and a 7, so that brings me. It's like 14. I get my Constitution is also 14, so I get 2 bonus for each level. That's 14 plus 4. That's 18. 18 plus the 85 I had before brings me up to. Let's do this, man. Yeah, 18 and 85 brings me up to 103.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So me, I am going to roll 1d8 plus my level. Let me um get my sheet up right quick. 1d8 plus Constitution. Okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, sheets. Okay, here we go. 1d8 plus my Constitution, which is 3. So 8. So let's see. 6 plus 6 is 12. 73 plus 12 is 85. Right? Yeah. I also get at level 10 this nifty little thing called divine intervention.
Mmm.
Yes, 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 yes.
Divine intervention.
And what is divine intervention? Beginning at 10th level, you can call on your deity, Mistra, to intervene on your behalf when the need is great. Imploring your deity's aid requires you to use your action. Describe this as you seek and roll percentage die. If the dice is equal to or lower than your cleric level, your deity intervenes. The DM chooses the nature of the intervention. The effect of any cleric spell or cleric domain spell would be appropriate. If your deity intervenes, you can't use this feature again for 7 days. Otherwise, you can use it again after a long rest. Um, at 20th level, there is your call. Your intervention succeeds automatically with no thing. And I also got Destroy Undead. Um, the level of my Destroy Undead went up. You know what, guys? And this is something that I really liked. The what is that called? The divine intervention for the new rules that we are not using. I like that so much better because at level 10 it activates like the wish spell, um but for level 5 spells and under. So I would be able to do any level 5 spell in the book or under without using material components or anything. So I like that one better.
Cool.
Uh, all right, guys. Let me just ask, what are y'all? Is that everything? Let me
I
make sure.
think so.
Yeah.
Um,
So
Am I still level 9 or am I level 10 now?
you're level 11.
11.
we're
Yeah.
all level 11. Did we talk about? I guess we already talked about how everyone feels about the weapons that they got. So,
Yeah, we talked about the weapons. I still need those, Lamarcus.
mhm.
Um, um, Aaron and Fair, let me ask y'all, how did you like DeMarcus's DMing this time?
I always enjoy it. You know, he puts up with my nonsense. However, I do walk around in fear. Like when we went to the basement of the church, I was kind of creeping through there and afraid to touch things. So I knew something was going to happen. I just didn't know what.
Yeah.
Last time I was in a dungeon with him and either crawl through corridors and ghosts or whatever they
Was
uh
that the division I had y'all in?
huh?
The corridors and ghosts? I think that was the one Jared had us in.
Is that the oh, is that what Jarrett when we were going through the trials with the Sphinx?
That was
That was
Oh,
Jared.
okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, I was still jaded from there. So whenever we go into a dungeon, I'm tiptoeing around.
I mean, you should be frightened to a certain extent, but I mean, you be acting like you scared, like you a little chihuahua puppy or something, and you a swashbuckler. You supposed to be
So
on guard in the front.
All set. Yeah, and usually what happens when I started that way, I started dying.
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, the first one down.
you got to stick and move character. You ain't just like I'm gonna go up here and like just stand here and break shot. You go up, you do a couple attacks, then you drop back to like at least mid range.
True.
Fair. How did you like DeMarcus's DMing?
Do I have to answer?
Hmm.
Yep.
Please,
Mm-hmm.
I'm good at
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with feedback.
Now turn it on board.
You did say you was bored.
I was like, mm-mm.
So,
But I also understand how we can mess it up. So earlier you said that we sometimes go down a rabbit hole, and we definitely do that. Because I did not understand that 30-minute dialogue that Jared was doing about what we needed to do. I'm like, we don't even know what we are getting ready to see or adventure. I'm like, it ain't no telling what's gonna happen when we get in this town. And Jared was like, but I'm just telling you, I think we want to do this. And I'm like, but what if these people are even available? Then we just spent 30 minutes hashing out this strategy and it doesn't even work because we don't have the characters.
oh, when I
So
was talking
it's
about
like,
the other people that may want to ally to fight the dragon.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
I
And so
mean,
I
it was
was
just,
like, yeah,
I mean, you just have to think. But were you bored because there were no fights? Was it us that were bored? Because being bored is the Marcus's fault, really.
yeah, it was the no fighting.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the conversation, we can all tell when I was like, all right, I'm sick of this shit because these people being smart alecky and they need our help. So let me step in and let me show y'all why y'all want to talk to them and y'all don't want to talk to me.
Yeah.
And then when the one guy was like, well, I'm done with this, and I was like, I want to kill him right now. He could die today. He could die today.
I
I would
mean,
have
y'all
had to
got that
back.
option. Y'all can always just be like, "Fuck this, we're going on a killing spree."
Yeah. I
Yeah,
would
but we
definitely
don't
would
want
have.
to alienate the town that's hiring us. We want to do our job and see if there's a need to save them. But it's like they didn't want to be saved.
But like, going on a killing spree that time would have actually been correct.
I mean, would it have? Because you know, does everyone know about this cult, or is it just like, yo, that's just their fate? Like, it's weird, but whatever.
They're turning sentient beings into objects.
But
That's
does everybody know that? And then what
everybody
proof do
doesn't
you have?
have to know that you are stealing people and kidnapping people for it to be wrong.
I still think it's not a matter of like what you know, it's what you can prove, especially if they go to the police.
And we have the objects right there.
So how do they know that the folks in the town did it?
The objects will tell you.
There.
I'm just
So
saying, man.
and did they know it wasn't us because we got proof that the people sent us there. But Demarcus, I thought you did good. Even with the story that you were telling, I wish we knew Draconic. I chose Fey and Demonic as my two um, languages. So I don't know what they said in that book. But the story was going fine. I thought that you spent a lot of time on this one, more time than the last one, and it really showed. So kudos to you.
Yeah, I think what I was going for with this session is to like give y'all a lot more information about what's going on, like what is the overarching story and what's happened in the past to even see.
Yeah, yeah.
I hope that came through.
So, what are some of the things that you want to see in a next adventure? Let's start with you, Aaron.
I want to see a fight.
Okay, Aaron.
Right.
Oh, you said Aaron.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I want to see us get out of this town. I want to know what's going to happen when we get back to the Slayer's tape. Because I'm pretty sure somebody's not going to be happy. I mean, technically we solved the dragon problem, but we also took care of another problem that wasn't necessarily our responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can play that out. Demarcus, what do you want to see?
Um. Hmm. I want to see. I feel like we kind of we discovered like the home base of the cult now. So I want us to see us start running into like the actual like fighters, like who are the people in the cult who are actually making things happen. Because these folks just seem like hey, we just live here, we just do what we told, um, versus like actually like fighting some people. But I do want more fights in the next one, um, and I want us to sort of start to get away from just accepting jobs from the Slayer's tape and like be fully invested in like unraveling this Dark Dragon mystery
Mm,
or the Black Dragon mystery.
okay. Um, well, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I do know one thing, and that is the next episode is going to be an Aaron episode. So, yo ho, mateys, put your sea floaties on because we're going on the open water.
Okay.
We are going on the open water. It's going to be a high sea adventure. So,
Okay.
we are really going to test you, Aaron. Just
All
like I
right.
tested Fair last time, I'm testing you next time.
And so, Fair, did you have anything to add for what you want to see next besides the fight?
That's it. And I want Aaron to quit testing my gangster because I really can't beat you up.
You can't hit what you can't see.
Okay,
That means you
guys.
have to know that you need to be high.
Yeah, she can hit you
I will
like
be
800.
prepared.
She gives you like 800.
But no, I think next time, especially if it's gonna be something centered around these will learn more about his abilities. I just want to use more of my cool shit. Like I got all this cool stuff now, and I'm like, it's useless. It's not conversational at all. It's all tactics and strategy to help me be more successful in battle. So
Yeah,
I want to click some more buttons next game.
and Dee's was conversational, but he didn't use it.
Hmm.
So, um, we are running out of time, but I did want to ask you to one question. This question from Justin in Baltimore. Fair and Aaron, what are some of your favorite TV shows that you watch as a kid? Like Saturday morning, weekday afternoon, you know.
The Simpsons,
The
Dragon Ball
Simpsons as a
Z.
child?
Yeah.
Okay. I was a lot
I
Dragon
was
Ball
a
younger.
Z for
recess
sure.
girly, and um, what else? I literally, it's just Pokemon. I love me some Pokemon. I
Oh
still watch
yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, you watch the new ones?
Uh-huh. Yeah, they're on Netflix.
Hmm. Yeah, like the Pokemon with the new art be getting like, I like the art. The art style is way too different, and I feel like it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I
Um.
watched as a kid, and then she watched a lot of Captain Planet. This was like my superhero show. I watched, like I watched it down.
For sure. Definitely like Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, he's a hero, gonna
So
take pollution down to zero. I literally
right,
sang that song last week. Somebody else was like talking about pollution, and I was like, y'all didn't watch Captain Planet.
and it shows.
Captain Planet taught us littering is bad.
And on that note, let me ask you a personal question. You got some. You got some children.
I have a
You
son. Yes.
okay? You got a son. When we were children, I know I sat at home all day and I watched TV. I watch Gargoyles in the morning.
Hmm.
Um, Arthur in the afternoon. No, Arthur at school and the school bus in class. I watch Marsupilami and Power Rangers afternoon. And on Saturday, I had a whole slate of cartoons I could watch all day long. But I notice nowadays there isn't a lot of quality TV for children um, that is available. At least not that's not behind a paywall. So, what does your child watch in his spare time? Like how old is he? First of all,
He's 7.
okay, so yeah, you
Yeah.
can watch TV. So
Hmm.
like what does he
Most of
watch?
his is like it's streaming. It's Amazon or Disney Plus. So he watches like SpongeBob. Uh, what else does he watch? We used to watch Bluey together.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's a good one. Everybody says Bluey.
watches, yeah, Bluey is good. Yeah, what does he watch?
Uh oh, he
I
watching
know.
Jerry Springer.
Nah,
Looks like we should have asked
not
the other
anymore.
parent.
It's always changing, and he's never really stuck on one thing. Or he'll like watch movies and stuff, and most of the stuff is like it's newer. So like he was watching Pokemon for a while.
Mm-hmm.
He was watching something that he got me interested in. What was it? Um, the Jurassic Park show, Camp
Mm.
Creation.
Okay.
Oh, is it good?
It was. The first season was. I didn't really get into the second season. He started watching Sonic the Hedgehog, the 90s one. That was streaming somewhere. I think it's on Amazon.
Mm.
Uh, we started watching Street Sharks.
Okay.
That was not as good as I remembered.
Uh, does he find it good though?
He was a little interested in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you I guess make a difference, or do you differentiate between like low what do they call them? Low stimulation shows versus like high stimulation shows? Like, do you try to make him watch?
Yeah. Hmm. He does like Recess. Um, but yeah, that's a very good point. I do try to get something that makes him slow down or sit and think or watch.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Little
Like,
Bear, Franklin.
yeah,
All of our shows, besides like Ren and Stimpy, were high stimulation shows. At least they were at the end when they made us think, like with their little GI moment or
hmm
whatever, or in a Family Matters. There was always a message or anything. Even in Sister and Smart Guy, there was always a message in the show. But now I don't watch these shows besides like Bluey. Is there that message that was in these '90s and early 2000s shows in this new children's broadcast television shows?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, is there a message at the end of these shows like there was in the '90s and the early 2000s?
I don't think so. Especially the newer shows that he watches now, like this new Camp SpongeBob something. It's ridiculous. I mean, SpongeBob was already something else, but not that I've seen. And speaking of Smart Guy, he has started. He started watching Smart Guy with his mom.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's
That's
something that
good.
plays now.
That's good.
You know, He sort of looks like a smart guy.
Right.
He does.
So
He acts
yes,
like a smart guy because that really is a grown man in a little baby body.
Hmm.
so it sounds like so your child can have a good watching experience. You have to get Amazon, Netflix, and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
But when we were little, all we had to get was the little $200 TV that we already had in our
Yep.
home.
The basic
S-
television was available.
Yeah, and it gave us everything that we needed. So which is better?
It's a good question. I guess it varies depending on which way you want to look at it.
Hmm.
You get the convenience now of this also is stuff that we want to watch, so that's the bonus on him. But two, you got to pay for all this extra stuff now. There's nothing on, or I couldn't tell you what's on basic TV now just to watch, period.
Hmm.
Lauren and I were talking about that last night about UPN. We were watching Girlfriends. I was like, I couldn't even tell you what comes on the W now.
Yeah. Do y'all still have the basic cable subscription?
Yeah, we have a direct TV.
Mm. All right, guys. Thank you so much to Daddy Aaron for sharing all of that daddy stuff because I don't got no kids. And I probably won't ever have no kids because, homosexual. But thank you for enlightening us, and thank you to both Fair and Aaron for playing D&D with us again. We still gotta come up, y'all. Start looking at those calories now, because you know what the next 30 minutes is about to be about. Start looking at the calendars now. But if you have any questions, you can email us at blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can follow us on our social media: Instagram Black Geek Energy, Facebook Black Geek Energy, Blue Sky Black Geek Energy, TikTok Black Geek Energy, YouTube Black Geek Energy, Twitch Black Geek Energy, Threads Black Geek Energy, Twitter BGE_pod, and you can listen to our great and lovely D&D episode right there on Patreon. Demarcus, guess how much our Patreon is?
$3 a month.
It is only $3. I don't even know how
It's
cheap
three
that
dollars
is.
and 28 cents.
Oh yeah, $3.28
Well,
because
this
tax.
is America. We don't put the taxes on the price tag.
Oh, and I do have to say this. If you buy it through through the Apple store, it's like $5 in some tax. So buy it on the website for the
Mm-mm.
$3.20.
Mm-mm.
But so you are on our Patreon. So I just want to ask, as a listener to our Patreon, how are you enjoying it?
Oh, I love it. I especially like it when I'm doing road trips. That's typically when I get caught up on Black Geek Energy content. And so being able to just listen to our conversation, it makes me laugh because it really is a true testament to our dynamic as a friend group. And
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so I rather enjoy that. I'm like, we're not different on the Patreon than we are in real life. This is literally how we interact with each other when we're around each other. We just spent a weekend together in LA with
Mm-hmm.
Demarcus and Aaron. Jared couldn't make it at the time of
Yeah.
our life. But it was literally the same shenanigans. Like they were out one evening, and by out I mean in, and I was in the bed, and I'm like, "Get your ass up!" And I was like, "Y'all went too long. I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
sleepy."
Yeah.
Because
He
my body
always.
just don't adjust to the time zone like it should. And so that's what I like is hearing our banter. And especially if it's like a moment in the game where we're like going off on each other. And then I'm laughing because I'm like, oh, I remember this. I remember how this felt having this conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Aaron, I
I'll ever
didn't.
listen back and be like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah.
No.
Aaron, I did not see your name on the Patreon list. I wonder what happened.
That's a good question. I will get on my secretary about that right now. She's been messing up. This is ridiculous.
That's you
Yeah,
out.
make sure that that is handled. One final question. I know I'm dragging this, but how was Honda for y'all? Too?
I
That
mean,
was
good.
great. This was a good time.
Did
Yeah.
y'all get to see Hampton?
Uh-huh. Yep. And the family tailgated. And so we literally
I
had a
saw
tailgate in the
that.
parking lot with
I
all the
saw that.
things. It was great.
Yeah, I
I
saw
had
what y'all had like.
barbecue out in California. I didn't think it was gonna be good. It actually was really delicious.
Yeah, and you cooked, of course, Aaron.
I did not cook.
Oh,
That
you
was
Cooked
provided
didn't.
by somebody else.
Uh,
We were ripping and running all week. I didn't cook anything.
yeah.
Nope,
So how
we went out
was
to eat.
Hampton? Because I asked somebody how it was, but they didn't get to see it. So, how was Hampton?
I thought they were great.
Performed pretty well. Yeah, it was a good time.
And who was your
I enjoyed
favorite?
their performance and their field show.
And who was your favorite band?
Favorite band?
Yeah.
Hampton.
Okay. Okay.
I
Aaron.
still have kiddos in the band, and so
I think so. I only really
shout out
went
to
for
Black
Hampton.
Magic.
Okay. Okay. Well, hopefully my other friends get to see Hampton University instead of coming in late. All right, Demarcus, any final words?
Mm, let's see. Any final words? Man, no, we're past the halfway point as far as levels.
Yeah.
So we only have a few more sessions to go. Which I
Wow.
think was also something I was like thinking of as I was putting this campaign together. I was like, we need to start revealing the mysteries because we don't have quite that many sessions to go. Here, this means you need to start, thinking about what kind of campaign you want to do because you're gonna be running it. You know, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting.
Fair. Just to let you know, we have talked about some after game activities. There will be one and possibly two. We will do one after game activity after the whole thing, so you can get your game in order. And then
Okay.
there is possible a battle royale between all of us, but we're not sure yet. So yeah.
So what is
Anyway,
Battle Royale? Is that like where we're gonna have another battle?
yeah, and we fight each other.
Okay. Y'all don't want to see me though, but it's all right. The only person I'm really scared of in real life is Mark because you really do know how to play your character. So I just feel like you'll have something up your sleeve and it'll catch me off guard.
Always. All right, guys. So, yo ho, a pirate's life for me on the next episode of D&D, all about D's. And I'll see you next time on Black Geek Energy.
Woo! Yo.